potentially.
That's my jet. They'll be picking me up later at Keene Regional.
They always fly over Keene, which I think is funny, because sometimes if I'm coming back from somewhere, we usually go through the Manchester airport.
Yeah, and you know what a great airport that is.
It is. Oh, it is. It's a great airport. Yeah. It doesn't get a lot of talk, not nearly as much, I don't think, as Logan, obviously, because that's the big airport in the area, or even Bradley and Hartford.
Yes, well, Bradley, I actually just booked a flight out of Bradley on May 6th. Today I booked that flight, so I like Bradley, I like Manchester. I put Logan as my number 3. Never flown out of Providence.
TF Green, yeah, Providence.
Maybe one day.
And for me, it's really been Manchester.
Anyways,
hope you've enjoyed that.
There is a lacrosse
airplane
game
talk going on. Yeah.
Yeah, we're
just
waiting for the release, I believe, here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Release them.
I love that attempt at a wrap there from Carson. Back it goes as Hayden Smith. Only 4 goals in this game, up to 20 on the season.
Tess Brown lost that one.
Yeah, kind of uncharacteristic there. Loses the ball. Trying to get it back, though. It's still on the ground. And scooped up finally by Baxter. Baxter had her 8th goal of the season earlier tonight, after a couple goals in the loss back on Saturday. Smith back to Baxter. Just one to shoot. They got to get it off, and yeah, that's a violation. They're out of time.
Just a lack of focus. They must have been looking up at the airplane, talking about different airports in the area. Yeah, not paying attention to the play clock there.
Yeah, maybe theorizing. Maybe theorizing about the jet port in Portland, not the airport. It's a jet port. It's the only airport, I believe, in the country that's called a jet port. And anyway, back it goes over to Cat Whitehouse. Whitehouse with it.
Speaking
of, you've enjoyed the
White House, I was going to say Air Force One. So.
Oh, God. Here's Maddie Allen, giving it back over. Inside, a flag there, the shot goes in.
As well.
Yes.
Honestly, I had Addie in the brain. I didn't have the Riley Devine. Speaking of,
you've enjoyed the
White House, I was going to say Air Force One. So.
Oh, God. Here's Maddie Allen, giving it back over. Inside, a flag there, the shot goes in, and that will count. So that goal credited there to Carly Swanson, just a freshman, getting the goal there. From North Attleboro, Mass.
Yeah, even when having that illegal stick, I believe, there from Riley Devine, she kind of fights through it. We're going to have a little bit of a longer replay here to take a look at what that penalty did look like. As we see here, gets that stick in there, legal use of it, and then fights through the contact. Great finish.
Excellent finish, just right past the right leg there of Bissett. So goal there for Swenson.
Oh, as we take a look at some field
Amy
hockey
Watson.
members and Amy Watson.
Looks like Laura Carr there.
Yeah.
Laura Bargatti, it looks like, as well. Didn't get to see the other one.
I spotted it. Give me 4 seconds.
Yes.
Addie Lauren as well.
Yes.
Honestly, I had Addie in the brain. I didn't have the last name, so I didn't want to pull that too early.
The other direction, it's Abby Pitts. So the Corsairs trying to climb back into this one a little bit more, and they're still down by 5, but have another possession here. Abel Bissett, though, made some pretty good saves. Kind of keep it at 9-3, especially late in that second quarter. There were a few good looks from Maddie Allen. She was able to stop.
Yeah, but now this game, really a little bit of a different storyline.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, this thing, it's felt comfortable all night for Keene State, but still a lot of time to go in this one. You don't want to give the momentum back to the Corsairs. Tess Brown just set the Keene State career high record now for cause turnovers, so she is alone in that category.
Tied it there.
221, just one ahead.
Tied it 1 turnover ago, and then set it now with this turnover.
It was a nice shot, and that's a goal. Helen Baxter with her second of the game, and that gives Keene State double digits in this one. Back up 6, 10-4.
22, Helen Baxter.
And it came from a nice little drop pass there from Macarini to find her teammate Helen Baxter. Right there, perfect finish.
Yeah,
Puts the
nice.
Owls up 6.
So they get that goal right back, much like they did at the start of the second quarter when the Corsairs struck first. These shots on goal now, 14-8 in favor of the Owls. And second of the night for Baxter. Give her 9 now on the season. So the freshman making a good impact so far in her young career. And from Cheshire, Connecticut. Good amount of Connecticut players on this Owls team. Also, a lot of Western Mass as well, as you would expect. There's a lot of players come out of that area, the Longmeadow area. And how about that? Running right in was Riley Devine, uncontested. And the Owls have a new game-high leading goals with 7. Second of the evening for Devine.
She picked up that draw so quickly and just sprinted down the field. As you can see here, literally no one around her.
Just goes right through. That was Watkins Rodriguez kind of with the final attempt to kind of slow her down, but just nobody could there. And Keene State hits 11. 11-4 now.
Yeah, I think definitely Travis White probably had a little talk. Can't get too comfortable, as Future would say. Don't get too comfortable. Yeah, I don't think anyone in the box got my reference. Maybe he did.
The last time that the Corsairs allowed less than 10 goals was back on March 11th. They won 18-6 against Mass Maritime at home at Cressy Field. So that trend continues for them tonight. I mean, it already did just a moment ago when the Owls got 10.
But definitely either way, you still keep your foot on the gas for both teams. Still lots of time here. You know UMass Dartmouth can score.
They certainly can. They get another look right in there, and it might have got tipped. Goes over the top of the goal. Almost thought that ball changed direction a little bit.
Free go! Free go! Free go!
Nonetheless, the Corsairs keep it. With about 10 minutes to go in this one, or excuse me, in the third quarter.
I think she got pushed out of bounds there. So the The play clock resets.
Yeah. Ball on the ground, a little bit of a tussle for it there. Match up there between Brianna Hodgman and the player there for the Corsairs. Couldn't see exactly who it was from this angle. Owls again charging the other direction.
Wow, what a
Guntulis.
coast to coast here from Guntulis.
Looking for her first goal of the evening. Underneath, nice shot, and a great goal. That's the third of the game. Give Helen Baxter a hat trick. Owls keep pouring it on. It's now 12-4. So give Baxter again the hat trick on the evening. Get a look at that replay. Nice feed. And just right past the right side of Kira Bushy.
That's really been the story of the game, was finding the openings in the middle of the field. Keene State has done so well to take advantage of those gaps in the middle, right in front of the net. Most of those shots coming very close to being within the crease, honestly.
So still, because of the goals, a lot of time to go here in the third quarter as Anna Macarini trots off. Tess Brown again at the center logo for the draw. And still on the ground. She will eventually win it. Here's Hayden Smith. And already has 4 goals to lead Keene State tonight in that category, but Helen Baxter quickly approaching there. She now has 3. Brown out of the circle. See if the Owls got to choose to use a little bit of clock here with such a large lead.
Yeah, I certainly would in this case.
Kind of try to bleed this thing out. Inside, ball on the ground. And finally scooped up there by Bushy. So the Dartmouth survives that possession. There's Allen, who has a couple goals, both very impressive too. And a wayward pass there. That'll be turned over.
Yeah, now for Keene State, I think really kind of almost back in the training grounds, you know, set up as good of a play as you can, get everyone a couple touches on the ball, then get that good shot off. Try to, you know, follow your game plan here. No need to fire anything super courageous necessarily.
Turn back over as Harley Swenson picks it up. Lights coming on here inside
I'm
the,
sorry,
the
I
booth.
couldn't read the roster.
Oh, it's all good. There's Smith going for it again, and that one, oh, just missed the net. Being kind of bottled up there by a couple of defenders. There's Baxter. Already has the hat trick. Back to Smith. Smith defended well. Ball on the ground, finally scooped up by Bushy.
Overall, a good play there from Varicchione. She tried to kind of get through a couple defenders, got it knocked out.
It's been 3-1 Owls here in the third quarter. Corsairs scored first to cut the lead, which at half was 9-3, cut it to 9-4, but 3 unanswered now by Keene. Here's Linz, has a goal tonight, gives it over to Haig. Now here's Whitehouse, charging in. Tried to pass it, the pass gets away, and Keene State will take it back over once again. Another turnover from the Corsairs. Look at that shot, beautiful sunset over there.
Yeah, looking right over the Keene State locker rooms there. The little mobile home turned it to locker room.
This gets exciting, especially, you know, the beginning of the fall season and kind of towards the end of the sports seasons when these games start in daylight, because you can see, you know, you get all these cool shots of the sunsets.
You know what? I think it's interesting too. We'll show the montages of the, couple different goals, and you can see each clip, it gets a little bit darker.
Back the other way, double team there, ball knocked down. Player went down there, that was Haig. But purely incidental, no foul. Full 90 seconds to shoot now for Keene State. 5.5 to go here in the third. We're now past halfway through. Here's Devine. He's looking for three herself. Still on the ground. Keene still has it. Inside, trying to get a clean shot off. Couldn't. It's in a bunch of players, a scrum of players there. Keene State, though, still has it. Corsairs cannot quite end this possession. Smith the shot.
What a save that is, though.
Excellent save by Bushy.
Bushy, what a game she's had today.
Just had to see a lot of shots in this one. So, 18 shots on goal for Keene State. And timeout's going to be called here by the Corsairs. We will take it playing.
Please, if you did win, give Ryan Hearn a phone call to pick up your prize.
He'll love that. Here's Cal White Sox. Or yes, ask him to rant about the Red Sox. You could do the White. Might as well be the White Sox, I guess.
I don't know if we need any Chicago baseball references right now. So.
No, certainly not after what happened at Tropicana Field last night. Here's Abby Pitts with it. Here's Swenson with it. So the Corsairs have a player up here. 50 seconds to go on that. 4:04 though left here in the third. It's Allen. Again, is still sitting on 2 goals tonight.
Keene State's number 10, Brooke Dewitsky.
Allen goes against
Dewitsky.
Dewitsky.
1 minute releasable penalty for a block.
Just 1 minute. As you said, half a minute to go now on it here. Outside it goes. Corsairs taking their time here, still about 40 to shoot. And the ball gets away for a second. Knocked away again there from the stick of Pitts. There's Hodgman, finally scoops it up. Keene State wins it back, and Brooke Dewitsky, will come back on.
Now here's a good chance though for Keene State. Even numbers here.
Another fast break a little bit. They take their time. The pass getting away and turn back over. Owls have gone, I would say, a little bit more conservative since reaching 12 goals.
A big moment. I'm going outside.
All right, we're having our live, I was going to say our live on air segment. Ball knocked away there from Smith. Apparently it was a Carl's turnover, I think.
Yeah, I think that the fans were 1 turnover behind the actual stat, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, they thought that was the one that broke the record for Tess Brown. A wayward pass there from Brown. Can't find Baxter. Just about 2 minutes to go here in the third. Tess Brown comes off, gets a standing ovation.
I think this is very, very cool, but very funny considering it happened 1 turnover.
Considering the context, yeah. Final couple minutes here of the third quarter. State trying to win overall game number 5. Get back on track after that tough loss here at home on Saturday. Here's Allen, nice move and an even better save though from Bassett.
She's really stood tall today. Keeping UMass Dartmouth only 3 goals against her, I guess.
3 goals against since coming in. Nice pass there from Smith. Great save. Just couldn't finish.
Second chance.
And that one looked like
Off the post.
Yeah, running off the left post. Smith gets it back. Back over there to Smith. Good catch there with Jenna Brega.
I love this possession though from Keene State. No need to force anything silly. Just kind of keep it rolling. Good defense though.
Yeah, great defense. Only about 3 seconds separating the shot and game clock when the Owls had it. Now that'll reset with a turnover here. Ball on the ground. And finally scooped up by Bushy. Almost a calamity there. There's Linz. Final 10 seconds here of the third. Linz being swarmed by Owls. And that will do it for the third quarter. Keene State leads 12-4 as we head to the break. Very commanding. They outscored the Corsairs there 3-1 in that quarter. And we head to the fourth. They're looking to lock up their second win of the season in the conference. We'll be right back on the Owls Media Network.